All right, there it is. What's going on, bro? I just thought about some shit. I saw some shit earlier. Hold on. Get this right here. I might have to. Give me a second. Oh, we're just adjusting the camera. This up. There we go. Yeah, bro. Well, no, yesterday was pretty good. Yesterday was good. I ended up doing three in a day, but the third one was actually the one outside, and yeah, it was dope, man. I had like 4 or 5 miles just kicking it, and if I don't know, maybe it's because it was Wednesday, nobody had shit going on, and people just hung out for a while. And other people who had kids were able to put the I don't want to say they put the kids on hold, but it seemed like they did that, and that was pretty. I don't know, man. It worked out, worked itself out. Um, yeah, a lot of good people showed up the other day, but I guess in the same hold on, I'm moving this drink behind it. In the same spirit and vein of like days like that, I was looking forward to it because I literally was doing like 4 or 5, 3 to 4 to 5 a day. Some of them were like half of them was gaming, the other half was just like me showing up outside and doing some shit. And we had zero going on, and the I was like, I'm gonna just stay at the course. I'm just gonna stay at the course and see, just stay focused on it because one, one or t- anywhere from 1 to 10 here and there is better than nothing. So I might as well just make something out of it. So I decided I was gonna stay focused. So anyway, I stayed focused on it, and come to find out, like a day after all those weird kind of live streams and all those weird, 0 zeros, and like everything was zeroed out here and there. There was something going on within the YouTube. What do you call this? Like the actual. I don't know how to explain it, but like everybody got an email about certain numbers not showing up and certain things kind of logistically being messed up. Like I don't know if certain people had hacked accounts, or if it was a mix of that and then just like a couple of bots and AI shit just kind of. I don't know. Like it was something that happened, so that it was like a little small brief email where it's like we've cleared up a lot of the issues. Hopefully, this week for streaming and whatnot, everything gets a little better for people. So that was a thing that it happened during that time period. Peanut, what's going on? Peanut and King Football. Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Am I reading that right? Let me know if I'm reading that right, bro. But yeah, um, so it worked itself out, and literally like the day after, that's when I hit the Silk song, and then after hitting the Silk song, Stephanie was kicking it with me, and then everybody just like it compounded, and everybody just hung out. Male Sila, Male Sila, am I saying that right? Let me know if I'm saying your name right. Male Sila and Cam the Man. What's going on, Cam? Appreciate you both dropping in too. Thank you for being here. Let me know if I'm pronouncing you guys' names correctly. I'm trying to sound it out, but like I'm trying to throw accent on it to see if like that's how I'm saying it right. But feel free to correct me. Let me know if there might be a way you can phonetically spell it out, and then that'll help me out too. What's going on, Cam? Thank you for being here, man. Hold on, I got it. I don't know if I got the lighting right. Okay, but no, it's interesting, man. So like I don't know how to explain it. Like everything worked itself out. Like I said, my friend was here from out of town. It the past week, if not, I'm saying your name right. I just want to make sure I was saying this is it Male or Male? Let me know if I'm saying your name correctly here, because there's two L's. If it's Spanish, then it's Mae, but that's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, Red, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Um, Friend was here from out of town. I can't remember what day that was, man. That was probably like Tuesday night or some shit. And then everybody that night after we were smoking, they're like, "Well, none of us have work tomorrow." Oh, James does, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not tripping about it." Showed up and everything was good, but literally the moments before that, I told myself I was like, "This is probably like a much needed like." I probably need that time to spend with people. You know what I mean? I like more than I realized because like on the past couple of days, all I've been doing is just some form of work, if not work itself. And I told myself I was like, well, if you keep on working, all you're gonna talk about is work, and that shit is boring. But you got to live some normal, normal life shit. So we're over here just like having, like I guess like my homie's wife, she's like gluten free or something, so she had to have a certain type of cookie. Meanwhile, what we were having was these cigars. So we're over here smoking the fuck. I don't even hold on. I still have it on me. Still got the wrapping on me. Costa Rica. This is the Costa Rica Tabascos. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know if I'm saying that right. The something filler, King Filler, Republica CR, Costa Rica. That CR joint. She was fat. Pause. And I was sitting there just like, damn, this is going for a minute. But I don't drink no more. But I had it with a what do you call this? With a Coca Cola, which is funny. ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo James. Mi español es muy poco. So I don't really, you might, if you're able to write and type in English, man, that'll help me out. So you know what I'm saying? That'll help me out. Um, but I know a little bit of Spanish, barely. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn a little more, just so I can communicate with people a little better. King Football, he said, "Am I at work?" No, I got off work earlier. If you're talking about like 9 to 5 shit, like I got off work. What time was that, bro? You know, it's fucked up. They asked me like if I wanted to stay. They were like, if you stay for the next 2 or 4 hours for this training thing, you'll get paid for the training. But I was like, I'm gonna be sitting around listening to. Oh, you don't have to retract the message, man. You don't have to retract. It's all right, man. Sometimes people come in and out the chat. Don't worry about it. But I was like, I don't want to sit there and like there's like a long meeting that we're supposed to have, and I was like, you got to sit here for like 2 to 4 hours. I'm about to fall asleep. I might as well go home and nap. But then I decided, like, when I got home, I was like, do I have enough energy? I showered, had enough energy. So I said, I just left the library, just, did the Silk Song live stream, did that. And then I decided, like, let's go back outside and get it in right here. So, in terms of when you're saying work, I treat this like work too. Like, I just try to stay focused and be my best every time I turn the damn screen on because I could be sitting here sad. Some people film themselves going to sleep, and I'm not mad at that. I've sat there and watched them live streams. I've been in them live chats and just chopped it up with people before, so I can't act like I wasn't around that shit. But I don't know if that's me necessarily. Also, another thing, man, I be snoring hella loud too, man. I don't want to film me snoring hella loud and just farting in my sleep and shit. But it's content. Like I don't know if I want to do all that, so I'm just doing this shit here. Shout out to Ryan, Dan. Shout out to Ryan. That's what you wanted. All right, bro. Appreciate you being here. Shout out to Ryan. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for being here, man. What's going on with you guys, man? King Football, Ryan. Who else we got? Peanut, if you're still kicking it. Male. Cam, if you're still kicking it, let me know what's good. Red, let me know what's good. Tim Hoops. Oh, Tim. I see what you're saying. Tim Hoops for fun. That's funny. Yeah, I've been getting hit with the like people will talk to me in Spanish and other people will speak to me. What's the other shit? I don't even know what it's called. Like language, bro. Is that the right name? I don't fucking know, bro. I'm sorry. I think it's Arabic. Yeah, because also free my guy Wahid, man, over in Baltimore. He's from Baltimore, but he's where the fuck is he at, man? He's shit, probably some penitentiary over in like Hagerstown or somewhere in Maryland. It's either they moved him from Maryland to DC. It's one or the other. But he's over there still. He's locked down. He's supposed to serve 25. But I'm trying to think, man. He told me that shit. Damn, dog. Like 20. I think I wrote him a letter in like 2016, 2017. That's way back. So if he's doing 25, he won't be out till like 2040. Yeah, he won't be out for a while, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna be in there for a while. But free my guy Wahid. But he when I wrote him a letter, sent it to Maryland, wrote one back, and he would just kind of tell me that he was still. This is like years ago, so he told me like I'm still in the struggle with Wop. He's dealing with his thing. And we talked a little bit, and then he wrote some shit at the top of the paper that was in Arabic, so I didn't understand it. And then shout out to my guy Saeed. I was kicking it with him, and he's been, to my understanding, practicing Muslim since he was a kid, but more devout as he got older and had kids himself. And I said, hey, if I show you a letter, can you read what it says at the top for me? I don't mind if you read the letter too, but he said, sure, I got you. And he didn't give me an actual translation, but he just said, hey man, this guy, whatever he wrote, whoever this guy that you're writing to, he got real genuine love for you. Like this shit right here is like, he said, this is some like he loves you like a brother kind of thing. Like I don't know how to explain it. So I can't read the shit. So I might have to bring it to another friend. I got to bring it to my friend Yusuf maybe, but I was like, can you just help me read what the top says and translate it? But yeah, it was interesting, man. It was just one of those like I knew like even in English the shit was heartfelt, but that whole thing was crazy too. My bad. Brian said, bro, some people hate on you. I don't know why. They really be hating on me, Ryan. I can't even tell, man. Because sometimes people will come here with some funny shit, and I just get funny back with them. You know what I mean? There was some people who were just hating on me for like a good 20, 40 minutes, and I was chatting it up with them one time. This is like a couple months ago, and then I told them, I was like, hey man, when you guys are done jerking each other off in the same basement with all your screens out, let me know when you guys are ready to make some content yourself that I can judge and jump into and make comments on, man. But until then, I appreciate you being here because I'm approach it all with love, man. Fuck all that shit. That shit is like I'm not dealing with that. Kaguya, welcome back, Kaguya Walker. Did you like the gameplay earlier? Were you watching the whole time? I don't know if you were or not, but like I tried to lock in on the level I was at. Oh, my birds are back here. My crows are back. Came back to visit me. But Kaguya, let me know if you're still there hanging out, man. You did? Are you hanging out? Cool, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I was trying to it's funny. I get caught up trying to fill up the map, but then sometimes when you just proceed forward, it's really easier to just continue filling up the map. Because I ended up finding what do you call that? The transfer portal thing, and then I found the it's not, what do you call this, man? Like the little railway system with the bug, the one that travels, the travel, whatever you call it. I don't know what it's called, but the little travel railways. I found two of them, and then I found more benches. So I was really happy to like find all the new spots. But yeah, I was just happy, man. Ryan says hi again. Red, where do I work, man? Red, I can't tell you where I work. You know where I work? I work right here. This is work right here, man. Like I said, I'm far from monetization, but I just be doing this, man, trying to get to where I'm trying to go. So that's what I'm saying. I appreciate you guys dropping in because every view, every like, every whatever, all of it helps. I mean, I guess what's crazy, man. The shit that's been blowing up the channel is the basketball shit. Like at first it was the boxing shit. Like when I was filming myself at the gym, that shit just boosted everything up, and I was like, "The fuck is this, man?" I didn't, I was just putting it up there because I was like, "Yeah, I'm training. I was studying myself, but I'm also like, I don't look good at what I'm doing." That's the way I feel. Some people liked it. And then it was enough to motivate people because I was talking about it in a live stream for a couple of days and a couple of weeks, and then I actually was able to show them that I actually be in the gym. So the fact that I was able to show them some boxing shit, they liked that. Then fast forward, I was doing the basketball live stream. I don't know why people hung out over there, but they were there for it. Oh, sorry, that was the same weekend when YouTube had the maintenance stuff. So then one of the ones that I was recording, it didn't get no love, but it's fine because it's there on file, so people can find it. But it was just a weird time period. It was just a very strange time period. But like I said, I kept working nonetheless throughout the whole thing. Um, and then the Terrence Crawford thing. When I did the Terrence Crawford post, I did two of them. I did the live stream, and then I did Terrence Crawford short. And when I did both, I was like, "He's the goat, bro. He's up there in the. He got to be in the what's that shit? Mount Rushmore. He got to be up there. My bad. What am I miss? You said you never seen that game before, so you got curious. Kazuya, do you have Steam? I don't know if it's on Switch, but if you have Steam, or it might, I don't know if it's on PlayStation Network or it has to be on PlayStation and Xbox Network. I could be wrong. I don't know if they added it to Switch or Nintendo Switch. I don't exactly know because I first played Hollow Knight on Switch, and I'm assuming they put Silksong on Switch. But if not, I would just because Steam is easier. Like if you have a laptop, everything's smoother on Steam, and then you would just attach like a USB controller. But that's what I would do personally. You know what I mean? That's the bird. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That damn noise. Like, but yeah, Red. Yeah, hopefully what I'm saying makes sense, man. Oh, my bad, my bad. I don't have any consoles. It's a work laptop. Even though it's a work laptop, like if it runs really well, are you able to use your work laptop for what do you call this? Like for gaming? Like is that like do you have to return the laptop to work? Is what I'm trying to ask. You know, let me know what it is. You know what I'm cracking open. Going back to what it all started with, man. Using your phone right now. You don't. Oh, phone games. Hey, do you have iPhone? Because if you have iPhone, you should screen record stuff. That's what I do with Pokemon Quest right now. I just when I'm bored and I'm drinking coffee before work. If I get to work early, man, I'll just be sitting there like at the little coffee joint, and I'll be like just drinking that shit. Might eat a donut, and I'm just playing Pokemon Quest on the side, or I'm like uploading files. So I'll do some shit like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you saw that post where it's like I had the Homer donut from The Simpsons. I was like, damn, they really served this here. That's kind of crazy. Matter of fact, next Sunday I gotta. Oh shit! No, Sunday's coming up. What the hell? Never mind. Sunday's coming up, guys. I gotta get some stuff in order. But man, there it is. La Roma de Cuba, mi amor. It's that mi amor right there. In case you don't remember. Red hit the yes. Okay, appreciate it, Red. Yep. I remember playing games as a kid. That was it. I do play on a PS5 game. Oh my bad, PS5. Some teammates and me paid for to use, but that's about it. It's overcooked and I got what you're saying. Yeah, man. I mean, just keep doing your thing. I mean, just try to create something out of it. That's the whole point I'm making, basically. If you can create something out of it, that's all I'm trying to do every day. Because the thing is, I would normally do it like on a sad day or any given day. So I realized why not just try to create something out of it. Because even though I'm not monetized, bro, it's like these are things that are gonna be documented in time, where people look back like, oh yeah, that was someone playing the game, if not their interpretation of the gameplay, etc. This game's a little hard though. I ain't gonna lie. This one's kind of hard. Pause. Because it's like I just be dying a lot. I be dying a whole lot. Nice. Hey, Mehmet, I appreciate it, man. Mehmet, am I saying that right? Karatas? Mehmet Karatas. Let me know if I'm saying that correctly, bro. I be trying to say shit proper. But I appreciate the love, man. I got the sunlight right here. I'm just sitting right in front of the sun, trying to soak up as much sunlight as possible. And just stay blessed, man. I'm trying to stay blessed today, tomorrow, and this forever. You gotta, you also gotta give what you love to receive, right? So you gotta be able to do both, man. That's the thing. You gotta be able to do both, man. I want to get Steam, but you need. Oh, you want to get. You said stream or Steam? Let me know if I'm reading that. Kaguya, let me know if I'm reading that correctly. Are you saying you're trying to get Steam? You need a fan for the laptop? You know what's funny? I actually have, like, when I place my laptop a certain way, I put it on top of my case, but I have it elevated a certain way so the bottom fans underneath on the left side, they kind of like they're able to ventilate. Because if I put it flat on the desk, it overheats. You know what I'm saying? Steam. That's what I was saying. He meant Steam. Lilith, welcome in, man. What's going on? What's going on, Lilith? Welcome back. Appreciate you being here as always. Lilith was there last night. We were all kicking it, having a great stream. Thanks to Lilith. Good people. So yeah, Steam. Yeah, it's called Steam, like the hot smoke, if that makes sense. But if you damn, that shit's coming off. But if you can get that, I'll say do so. I'm also running low on fuel. Admit, where am I living? I'm living on planet Earth. Planet Earth, man. That's where we're living right now. Third rock from the sun. Universe 7. Universe 7. West City, Capsule Corp. Buy one of those rechargeable clip fans and buy a cheap stand that tilts it. It helps with the overheating. Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, if you have good Wi-Fi and reception at the house, you might as well play at the house. I don't, so like that's why I bet the light. This dude's just hanging out the window barking. Who is he looking for? Oh, that dog. Anyway, I thought yeah. Which city? I'm in West City, Capsule Corp. I'm like a couple blocks down from Capsule Corp. You know what I mean? Used to go to Orange Star High. You know. Yeah, dude. You don't have a house, Kaguya? But I'm saying, like, if you have Wi-Fi or whatever wherever you live, if you have Wi-Fi there, you know what I'm saying? Just do that thing. Universe 7, bro. Oh shit! I turned it down. Let's go. Universe 7. Here it is. Just like that. Every time. And that's probably the smoothest one I got. Vault 78. I don't know where that's at, but it sound cool, man. What's going on over there? Vault 78. Welcome back, Lilith. Did I miss anything? I see you scheduled one. I didn't see what the date was, but whenever I tap live, I see that you scheduled one of them. So yeah, I know a guy who loves them things, and it annoys me because he uses it all the time. He uses the torch indoors. What's wrong with him? Somebody just gave me like some What's that shit with the butane, like the little like the can. So I gotta learn how to do this shit myself. It's my guy Kabuk who does my tattoos actually, and he was like, "Yeah, you can just have this shit." I personally don't like it, but if you want it, and I was like, "All right, I'll take it." He smokes indoors. Oh shit, that smoke's going this way. My bad, my bad. I gotta blow this way. He smokes inside all the time. Tomorrow. Okay, cool, cool, cool. It's talk like a pirate day tomorrow. What? Going to see if I can't pull some of the pirate talk off tomorrow for the live. Going to study time. You're gonna study the pirates. You got to be like remember that painting in SpongeBob? That SpongeBob painting? You gotta talk like that dude. You know, Davy Jones locker ass. Like that dude right there. Whatever his name was. Those are cool tattoos. I appreciate it, Kaguya. I'll play to see someone. You'll pay to see someone do that. I got you. Yeah. I mean, if you smoke, I feel like if you smoke indoors, you have to have your own house. You know what I mean? Like people who do it like in an apartment, I'm not mad at it, but it just depends if your neighbors are cool with it. Sometimes there's some people who get mad because their kids, like they'd be like, oh my, oh the people downstairs is coming up through the vents, and I got kids. Like I understand that. That's kind of interesting. But on the other hand, if some people don't smoke, then they become the worst versions of themselves. And I'm mainly talking about weed, like cigarettes and cigars. Most people go outside for it. They have enough respect to if you have a cigar, cigarette, you go outside, or you go to a lounge. You go to like a lounge at a casino or like at a just a fucking smoke lounge. Um, but with weed, like some people that are indoors that smoke it, it's like you got to think about it. If they don't smoke indoors, or if they don't smoke at all, they become the worst version of themselves, and they're not necessarily relaxed. So it's like a give or take. Like, what do you want? You know, it's in a base, so everyone has to. Oh, it's in a base. You guys are on base right now. Damn, where are you stationed at? Where are you stationed at right now? I work with a dude from the Navy, man. He be talking crazy, telling us crazy ass stories all the time. You know, he told us some shit. He told me some personally some shit today about some some Air Force related. No, it was like he's on the Navy. Never, mind, I'm tripping. But he was like on an actual naval ship with the what do you call those? Like the it was like it's a naval ship, but it has like the actual planes on it. That he was telling us a story today. But anyway, the smell of weed makes me very violent. The smell of weed makes you violent. What the fuck? What's wrong with you? You're in the UK right now. Are you saying you're stationed in the UK? Is that what you're telling me? I ain't allowed to say a lot of things in the. Fair enough. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. And I didn't. If I see some, I'm gonna delete it. If you write something fucked up, I'm gonna delete it. And we didn't see shit. So don't run that crazy. I believe in you. This in the UK for a little bit. So you're stationed out there. What branch of military, if you don't mind me asking? Are you in a classified branch of military? Are you in the class? Are you in a certain branch of military that's observing me? Like, were you sent to my live stream to observe me? Is that what your mission is right now? Let me know if that is, because that'd be an honor. Special forces. So you're special forces. You're observing my live stream to see if I'm a fucked up person. Let me know. Let me know, because I want to feel special. Lilith said they're blind. They don't see nothing. Yeah, me too. I'm starting to get blind right now. I'm not. I don't jinx it. I don't want to jinx it, but I didn't see nothing. I seen or heard not a thing. Nah, I this. Oh, bored. So bored, not blind. Nah, this bored, not blind. Yeah. Am I reading that right? Oh, you're. I'm just. For Stephanie is the same thing. Like their what do you call this? Their just gets auto corrected to this all the time, which is really interesting. Where'd everyone go? Why is it so dark? Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I don't know where they went. I don't know where they went. Real interesting. It's real interesting. I'm a field marshal and I got nothing to do, so I'm on here. Oh, I appreciate it, man. I'm happy that your algorithm still found me somehow. So that's kind of dope. I was gonna say, yeah, man. If you're special forces, don't worry about gaming right now, because you got to do some job shit. So I don't want to distract you, man. But I will say, man, thank you for your service, bro. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it, man. What can I say? What can I say, bro? I'm like, I'm honored. Like I've worked with a lot of veterans in a lot of my past jobs. Even one right now, I worked with about one or two veterans, And today, one of my friends, my guy Tron, he was sitting there telling us stories about he used to be out there fighting the forest fires, Eastern Washington and shit. So I was like, I mean, he's not a veteran necessarily. He's like a street veteran, but just decided to leave his old city and started fighting fires over in Eastern Washington during that time period. And he started telling us the stories that you gotta, you know, do the. It's just crazy, man. Like you gotta do all the ditches, dig the ditches, and put the fires out, and then chop the trees down, and you got to deal with the water and the foam and the, all that crazy shit. And then like I'm just hearing stories from all these people that had crazier jobs, so they're like, yeah, I used to do that shit, so that's why I don't mind being here because this is light work compared to like putting your life on the line and shit. And I was like, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I'm very grateful and thankful for every job I've had because of shit like that. You were going through live streams earlier, Kaguya. That makes sense. Fear Australians? What? I'm pretty sure they're nice people, but I hear what you're saying. You said them in German scare me. I don't know, man. I met a nice Australian person one time. I think I met one German. No, I met two German girls one time. I used to go to high school with. They're pretty nice, pretty cool. Or were they German? I don't know what the fuck they were. They're beautiful though. Beautiful. You know. I just, at the time period, I just didn't know how to talk to her, but I ended up dating another girl anyway. But yeah, I think she was German. Some shit like that. I forgot. I should have cracked though. Blah. Did a little thing, something. You know. German women and Russian women are gorgeous. They're gorgeous. There's a cafe I go to. It's like a this place I get coffee at. I mean, obviously, get fucking coffee at a cafe, but there's one cat. I go there for like coffee and just sit down for a little bit. But I took my ex there one time, and then every now and again, if I'm in the area, I'll drop by and get some coffee. But there'd be some gorgeous Eastern European women there, or just European women in general there, and some of them are kind of tall. One was hanging out with some dudes. I don't know if they were her cousins, brothers, or whatever, or her actual boyfriend. But she just kept staring my direction. I was just like, I was about to just sit there and just hit her with the finger, like, "Come here, bitch, hey, man. Let's walk outside and talk a little bit, get a number, so I can go about my day in Beyblade." But that was about it. I was just thinking about it. I was like, should I did it? Maybe I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'm gonna do it on Sunday. Maybe if I walk by there on Sunday and I see the same one, I'm gonna be like, "Ooh, what?" You know what I'm saying? Just look, stare her down, whatever. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of tell her to come over. I'm gonna just talk to her for a little bit. Like, what's going on? What's going on with this? Take the number. That's to say, I like the thing is like if the people she's sitting with is like her actual boyfriend, husband, or whatever, then I'm gonna actually just talk. I'm gonna tell her like, "Oh, you a disrespectful bitch," and then I'm gonna talk to them and be like, "Hey, man, check the bitch, don't check me," and I'm gonna just leave and leave my coffee. If that's the case, because she just be sitting there with two dudes. She was sitting there with like, or no, one dude, and then I don't know if the other person was a dude I couldn't see. I just saw some legs, but yeah, I don't know. They are. I got in a fight with a German soldier one time because his soldier was gorgeous. Yeah, I get it though. I get it though. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like, if I'm trying to crack or say something, and then she says she got a boyfriend or a husband or whatever, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Lilith was here in one of the live streams. I was telling a story. I don't know if you were here, Lilith, actually, but I was telling a story to one of my friends. I was like, there was one time I was dating this girl for a couple months. Come to find out, she was married the whole time, and me and her were just dating around, fucking around everywhere, doing our little thing. I was like, well, where the hell's your ring? And she started making up all these stories, and then even to this day, she's still married to paper, but she just be doing her little thing. And me and her still kick it. It's fucking crazy, but it be like that. But that's my thing is like, oh, don't get upset with me. Take the number though, yeah, I might have to do it. I might just go over there and see if she's still there. Even if it's not her, it's got to be another one living there, cause there'd be hell of them. There's like hell of them that just be at that same spot. But I might have to go there. That was crazy. Damn. Did they clip you? Are you good? You good? That was close. Yeah, that was close. Yeah, it might just be too bright for them. But that was crazy. That was crazy. Damn. There's a car going down. So the car's going west, right? Here, let me show you this. That was wild. Car's going west. Boom, right there. See, I don't know if you can really see it. I'd have to like position it, but the sun is like right in everyone's face right there between the trees. You can't see it, but if you're on the street, you see how bright it is. The sun is like sunset. It's like right in this dude's eyes, and he's trying to take a left. The biker's crossing, so then the biker had to yell at the dude. That was wild, but he seems to be all right. That's why I asked him. I was like, "You all right, man?" So he's good. He's good. I thought he got clipped by the car. That was crazy. Murder. Oh no. I hate women who get mad if you walk up to them saying they're married when you just got to ask. Like, what's wrong with asking? That's the thing too. Is like it's important to ask. So like I need to get better at just asking that from the jump. Just let me know if you got a boyfriend, you married, like what's going on. Like that's always a fair question to ask in the beginning because it's like imagine you never ask and then boom, you know what I'm saying? It's just it'd be like that, man. What happened? Yeah, oh yeah, I addressed that. Hopefully that makes sense. Murder almost happened. Yeah, that you read, man. Man, that was crazy. This dude was trying to, cut the left on that busy. That's MLK right there, Martin Luther King Street or Junior Way, not Boulevard no more. It's Way, and actually it's always been Way. It used to be Empire Way, and then, right around the time MLK, like a year or whatever, then they named it MLK Way. But that was like way back, and then yeah, yeah, he's over here trying to. He almost clipped the biker, man. That shit's fucked up. That shit is fucked up. Look at all that ash. We're gonna ash it. Bam. We're gonna ash it. Or they lie about their age, but it's hard since teens and little girls be trying to look like adults. See, I don't even play with that shit personally. I used to joke with my ex because she used to like to, shave her little joint down there, and I was like, "Nah, don't be doing that. You're gonna be looking like a little girl." And she's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I like me some bush." You know what I mean? Rocking that bush like it's the '70s. Give me that shit so I know it's an adult. Give me a mix of that. And it's like sometimes you gotta test the female. Just be like, "Yeah, go ahead and grab me a drink." I don't even drink no more, but sometimes you gotta let her know that just go grab me a drink. If she can't get it, then she ain't got no ID. You know what I'm saying? I want to got my ID on me. So, oh, you don't got your ID on you? I can't even talk to you. You ain't got no ID. Why you walking around here for? Get out of here. A girl said she was 21, but I looked into her ID more and she was 17. They be playing games. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's my thing is like I don't deal with like now I ask for ID first. Kaguya over here raising all the red flags. That's fair too, Kaguya. You gotta be sharper than that, man. Like hopefully you're getting sharper at just like hopefully you've sharpened your game up at this, man. Because it's nothing wrong with talking to women, but it's nothing wrong with talking to people. But it's like for me, I've always looked at hips and titties. Like if she's not really plump at all, I shouldn't even be talking to her. You know what I mean? Because it's just like there be girls that like they look like little kids, and they look like they never hit puberty because they never got thick at all. And sometimes it's just their genetic. Some you got like some white girls that just be flat, and then some Asian girls that just be super skinny and they don't really have much body. But it is what it is. Just like it's no shame. It just is what it is. But it's like um, I look at that shit and I'm like, I have to remember not to be super attracted. Automatically delete it. I didn't know what it was. Lilith, I'm trusting your judgment here. Can I read it though? Yeah. Kaguya, we gotta. That's why I have a woman moderator here. So you gotta earn. If you don't earn my woman moderator's respect, you know, yeah, you get where this is going. You get where this is going. But yeah, bro, you gotta be careful with that shit. You really gotta be careful, man. You starting to give me the ick vibes, Kaguya. Rein it in. Yeah, rein it in a bit. There you go. That's one good way to put it. Rein it in a bit, my guy. Just rein it in a bit, but don't get too carried away here, man. You know. What was I saying though? That you got to look at the signs though. Like you got to be fair with yourself and look at the signs. Like that's the sign of like a woman is like a plump body at the same time. But like, and again, when I was in middle school, bro, in sixth and seventh grade, we had a girl. She was a part Hawaiian or some shit. She was one of like the biggest. Like she was the most beautiful girl in our school at the time. And mind you, we're all like 12, 13. But she already had double D's and she was 6 foot tall. So it was fucked up because in that time period, like adults were already hitting on her. But you can imagine, like the moment she hit puberty, her body just got really voluptuous. And it wasn't her fault. It just was part of her genes. She's an Islander girl and she was tall at that. So it was just like, ugh. Everybody was just hitting on her. But there was another girl who was like 6 foot. Same thing. Adults were just hitting on them and shit. It was like a time period. But that's what I'm saying. You got to be careful with all that shit. You got to be mindful of that shit. You know what I mean? Back then, we're not living it back then. Now we're like you just do things like no. You gotta really be sharp and be a good what do you call this role model, adult, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta just make sure like, hey man, even like when girls be doing weird shit like that, I be trying to like there be There's these girls on the bus. I should have said something. It was my fault. I should have said something. They're on the bus. They look like high schoolers talking about all the bottles they drink and all the stupid shit they do after school. I should have just been like, what do you little girls talking about? Why are you doing this at this age, man? I'm not saying you need to stay in school, but go do some other productive shit. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? You already got alcoholic habits at 16. Fuck that. But so I'm trying to get better as an adult to just kind of speak up on that shit. Even to the, you got to check people sometimes. It's fucked up. Not, it doesn't have to be confrontational, but just let people know, like, hey, man, you're doing some wild shit. You're putting yourself at risk, etc. But bam, you got to be careful. I remember at 10th grade, it was a thing for girls to be skinny. Yeah, but one girl was skinny in bones from not eating. Now I see girls are doing that. But worse, each is scared. Yeah. What is it, like a bulimic anorexia or something like that? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful with that shit. But that's why just having see like sexual intentions, like that's not like that takes a back seat to just having a normal conversation with people in general. You know what I mean? So just like having a normal conversation with someone. If you find someone beautiful or pretty, you don't have to compliment them for being beautiful and pretty. That's kind of creepy. But just find something on them, like their earrings could be nice, their shoes could be nice. You know what I'm saying? Just doing that kind of thing. Therese, what's going on? Therese Collins. Therese, I remember the name, but you got to remind me of the live stream that you were hanging out at, because a lot of people come in and out the live streams. But I appreciate you being here, Therese. Thank you for being here. But yeah, just have a normal conversation with people, man. Like I don't, there's sometimes some girls are so beautiful, you want to say something right away, but at the same time, you just talk to people, man. That's how I be feeling. I just be trying to talk to people, just in general. I'm not like removing tension away from it. Intention isn't necessary, or trying to get a number. All that's unnecessary unless you see someone maybe the second or third time. But yeah, that I'd be thinking about shit like that. If that makes sense, Kaguya. But hopefully, what I'm saying helps. I mean, I think you get it. I think you understand what I'm getting at. And hopefully, no one on base helps you or makes you think any different. Like I think you just still got to be on point. So how life been done? Life has been lifing. You know what I mean? I've been able to go to work. I think like I looked at my payments. I look at the payment that I might get next week from what I was doing this week, right? And I started thinking about it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna have enough to fully pay off a credit card until maybe the next 2 weeks, and I'm not even tripping about it. Like life is just lifing. Like it's just one of those like I'm still gonna grab my coffee. I'm still gonna do little things here and there. I'm gonna owe somebody 75 because I want to do some stuff for the kids at this one community or not community center at the card shop. So there's little things going on that like I'm just like it is what it is. Like I'm kind of just going with the flow right now. You know what I mean? Like it's just happening. Anyone seen Feel Free, that blue drink thing? Feel Free. What does that mean? What does that mean? Let me know. Break that down to me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Lilith goes, when I approach a beautiful woman or want to compliment them, I always pick something genuine but small. You have a wonderful smile, or those earrings look stunning, etc. Then again, yeah, you're a woman, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because when women hear that from other women, right away they're like, oh, you got to think about Lilith because you're probably, Lilith, like, I'm not going to say it here, but, we know you're beautiful. Us that know you, we know you're a beautiful woman. But it's like, I mean, I've never even seen you personally, but I'm going based off of the description you gave us. So they probably think that you're talking shit to them sometimes. So, some women be getting hella personal, like, oh, look at this girl. She finer than me, but she's trying to compliment me. What's this? And then be getting all personal and shit. You know how that go. I had some girls just be getting so insecure they start reading between the lines. They read between lines that don't exist. That should be funny sometimes. I'm like, just take the damn compliment. Like, she's over here being genuine. I had to like reassure some girls like, no, she's being genuine. But yeah, you're right. You're right. No, I think I normally just talk to people sometimes, man. Like I seen random girls with like this one girl had a one piece charm on her backpack on like a one piece hat, and I was like, damn, you got that one piece shit going on? That's tight. A little shit like that. And I just kept it moving, and I wasn't even trying to crack or nothing. I just was complimenting her on her shit. I didn't even get a chance to check her out or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like I just seen little things like that. So I'd be trying to compliment like you know what I mean, like items. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, my bad. It's some type of energy drink that kids go crazy over. It's like a drug. You talking about this one here? Boom. Let me show you this. You talking about this one right here? It's the Prime bottle. Like the Prime. This is the Pat Mahomes Prime bottle. Hold on. That's what you're talking about? Anyone seen Feel Free? That blue drink? I don't know. I got the random Prime bottle with me because Prime is actually a good thing to drink when you're what's the word, hydrating from uh cigars. Funny enough, how that happens sometimes it's all in how you say it too. Yeah, I love it when men do that. they compliment or bring up something I'm into. It works so much. That's what I'm saying. It's weird, right? But it's interesting. It's called Feel Free. Feel Free. I don't know if I've seen that. I don't know if I've. So it's called Feel Free. Feel Free. I might have to look it up. I wonder if it's only over there where you're stationed at. Do you think it's only over there? I wonder if it's only like over in across the pond, as they say. I've never seen that drink. Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I don't think. I gotta think about that a little more. Google it. I seen it before, and a kid attacked me one time at a gas station. So I could wait. What? So you could buy? Oh, is it one of those like you have to be 21 and up to buy? Is it one of those? That's kind of crazy. Never heard of it. That's like when kids used to be like, "Hey, can you give me a Four Loco?" Kids used to be like, "Give me a Four Loco, bro," because they had like energy, like they had like it was like an energy drink mixed with alcohol, mixed with like all type of other shit. It was yeah, and Four Locos used to have kids fucked up. It was fucked up something terrible, and then they nerfed the drink. I don't know. I saw it in Texas one time before I came here. Okay, okay, interesting. Kaguya, are you originally from Texas, bro? Let me know if you're originally from there, because that's one of the states I would low key move to, man. Trying to be a Texan, eating barbecue and fucking mac and cheese all day, and then just working out. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just be barbecue, mac and cheese, and then just pump iron, and then go to a boxing gym or something. That's it. That's all I need in my life. In my childhood, I was begging for a vodka bottle, not a blue energy drink. So it's a legit blue energy drink. I don't know. I never seen that. Feel free. That's weird. I've never seen or heard of that. That's interesting though. For the Four Loco, I haven't heard anyone bring that one up in a long time. Lilith, I was class of 2012. I don't know if we're like the same age. But, like I was born in '93. I'm class of 2012, and kids my age, like the things I was the first person to drop out of high school out of like all my friends, and they're like, "Well, you really about to do that?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck all this, because if I go to class anyway, I gotta catch up on credits. I'm gonna graduate late, and I'm not gonna be in the graduation ceremony, and I don't want that same feeling I went through in middle school. So I'm gonna drop out and just go to work. My plan was I'm gonna drop out sophomore year, go to work, and by the time I'm already in community college, you guys are like gonna be waiting to graduate 2 more years. So I had it like boom, you know what I mean? I was raised in Rufia. Rufia, am I saying that correctly? Then ended up in Texas, joined the military, now doing what I am now. I don't know where Rufia is. I mean, feel free to let me know what that is. If it's too much information, you don't have to divulge it. I'm not. I'm a little unfamiliar with that, but if you don't feel like divulging that, you don't have to disclose that. We'll leave it at that. But that's interesting, man. Yeah, I do want to move to Texas, man. I've only been to El Paso and Austin. I probably want to live in San Antonio because it's cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Russia. My bad. Russia. My phone put it as Rufia because I was googling ruffian a lot. Got you. You're a bit older than you. You're turning 36 this year. I turned 32 this year. So yeah. So you're like late 80s baby. Is that late 80s baby or early 90s? I think you're like early 90s. Am I doing the math right? Late 80s. So you're like 90. No, no, you're 89. My brother's 88, so that's how I remember it. Forgive my dumbass phone. 89 in the house. There you go. Forgive my dumbass phone. Um, yeah, 36 is still young. 36 is young, man. It's like yeah. When in hindsight, when you really think about it, 36 is young. Like, oh, so I don't know if you like Lilith. I feel like I told you this already. Like, I stopped drinking like right before I turned 30, and then I told myself I won't drink again until I turn 40. But who knows? By the time I turn 40, I might not even want to drink. But I kind of want to smoke cigar if I'm still smoking cigars at that time period, and have a smoked old fashioned. Have a smoked old fashioned and a cigar, and then I might have like I'm gonna have like an orange suit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have an orange suit like Giovanni from Pokemon Red and Blue. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen Pokemon Red and Blue, Giovanni? You know what I'm saying? He had a dude had an orange suit and then a giant cat next to him. So I'm gonna have like a jaguar on my lap, like a jaguar smoked old fashioned, his smoked cigar, just pet the little little cat. Like yeah, what we doing right here? Catching Pokemon and making money. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do that for a day, and then I'm like, yep, back to normal. But mine's a bit weirder. You said mine's a bit weirder. What you mean? What you mean? People on TikTok say it's old, but it's young, really. Yeah, the 30s is not like I don't know. But the thing is, like, I'm not trying to brag, But you see my workout stuff. I'm not saying I'm the most spry person, but I know people younger than me, 10 years younger than me, that they could barely bend their knees and shit. And I'm like, how the fuck are you in your 20s and you're already tired of shit? You know what I mean? How are you already tired? How is your joints bad in your 20s? Like I'm over here in my 30s, still going to the boxing gym, still sprinting on the track. You know what I'm saying? Still jumping up, trying to get rebounds and tip the ball back in, and just like boom, hit. You know what I'm saying? Just in the basketball court for 20 minutes, just doing my little thing, getting my shots up, etc. But some people just be tired already. And I'm like, how the fuck is that a thing? But it's like that. Once the kids are grown, I'm going to do a lot of psychedelic experiments. Yeah, but Lilith, they're getting close. They're getting close. And what are you going to do? The fucking there's like two of them, but let me know if you know the ones I'm talking about. I haven't had a drink since I was 19. That's a good thing. I only been drinking tea, water, lemonade, and soda. Kaguya at my job, bro. Let me tell you something. At my job, they have like they serve us free food some days, and at the same thing, it's like they got a on the same what do you call this at whatever the end of the line, they have sweet tea and lemonade. I'll be going back and forth like boop boop boop. I'll be making Arnold Palmer's at work and shit, whatever you call them. There's a guy I work with that is 49 and can still outrun 18-year-old rookie. That's what I'm saying. Like I be telling people I'm gonna die young, and people think, oh, don't say that, don't say that. I was like, no, 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 because when I'm in my 40s, I'm gonna be like still look younger than a lot of you guys. Even people younger than me be moving younger than you guys. It's the youth within my body, pause, and like, you know what I'm saying? The youth within like my energy and the way I conduct myself. All that shit's gonna be compounded, and people be like, "How you still like whatever?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro. I just kept myself moving. I kept my mind active, etc. Stayed focused. You know what I mean?" Poppies, man. He said, "Yo, bro, you still alive?" I've been, man. I'm happy. I'm still living. I'm grateful that I'm still alive. What can I say? I don't know if you got to remind me, Poppies. I remember the name, but you got to remind me of the live stream that you were kicking it in, because I remember your name, but I don't remember which live stream that was. You got to remind me how far back that was. There's a couple of what do you call this accounts that hit me with the "Do you remember me?" And I'm like, man, I do so many live streams, bro. But you the one from the H, man? Shout out to Houston, bro. Houston's in the building. Yeah. Did you finally get out of town? Let me know if you got out of town. I think we talked about this though. I think we talked about this. I could be wrong. Mushrooms and peyote. That's what I'm thinking about. And then there's another one. There's the 5-MeO DMT or whatever, and then some other shit. There's the toad. I want to try the toad like Mike Tyson be talking about. Mike Tyson took the toad and shit. Toad as in frog. It is soon. The oldest 16th was. That's right. 16th was yesterday. It's coming up. And people say you need to get married and have children at 20, but you can have children into your 46. I think it was for women. Yeah, for some women it's like there's some that can get it. Yeah, like late 40s and stuff like that. Things like that. Um, yeah, I remember you, Poppies, man. What's going on, P? You can, but over 40 is considered a geriatric pregnancy. Break that down for me. I don't know. Can you break down the terminology and the word for that? I don't really know if I understand that. Riddled with birth defects and huge health risk for women. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's really interesting. I never looked much into it. Just remember it was like 40 or something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, women's eggs have an expiration date, but what's that dude? I think it's like Al Pacino. He was still shooting bullets, either him or De Niro. Some old guy was still just bop, shooting up the club in like his 80s. He's just still in there, just checking out your dog. Hope you're doing all right. AP, I've been doing all right, man. I can't complain, man. I've been trying to. I think last time we spoke, I wasn't working. I've been working since then, man. You got to take a shower, Arbor. Hey, man, you know where to find me, man. I appreciate you still being here, man. Thank you for checking in on me, man. Thank you for being here. It's been a while. Like last time, I think we spoke. I was still wearing like the my down jacket. Like it was cold outside. That's how different it was. But I didn't see you all summer. I don't think. I could be wrong. Women are literally on a biological clock. That's why we freak about getting married early. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, that's coming from a woman. So like that's why I appreciate the insight, because I know some. There are some things where like it's never too late. You know what I mean? There's some things where it's like, yeah, never too late. But you got to be mindful of shit like that. I had to talk about that with my cousin, and she was over here tripping on me. A year later, she was like saying pretty much everything I told her, and I was like, didn't we have this conversation? It's like, yeah, you're right. I was like, yeah, but see, maybe I'm not the voice you should be listening to, so maybe I shouldn't even listen to the rest of this conversation. And I kind of just like left it at that. But she's yeah. I'll be trying to look out for people. Maybe I gotta have my choice of words different. Maybe that's what it is. So I gotta re-examine myself. It's no one's fault but mine. Keep the vibes. I appreciate it, Pete. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, I'm here, man. I'm gonna be here chilling for a little bit. What was I gonna say? I'll be chilling and like you probably see me like tomorrow. Like I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'm gonna find some time to, you know, actually I don't know. I might go to another court and play basketball tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Check the weather. Might even drop in on the gym, get some work in, shit like that. But yeah, feel free. Like going back to that drink. That's an interesting drink. I think about it. If it's an energy drink, it sounds interesting. I wonder who made it or who's behind it. Us men just be chilling. That's the thing. But see, there's like a mental health aspect for men where it's like the world to make you feel like you ain't shit for a long time, and then hopefully you got to survive financially and strategically and motivational, whatever, ambitiously until your 40s, and then you really become something. Because the motivated person I was in my 20s, as reckless as I was, is less attractive than the more refined person I am in my 30s, which always freaked me out because I'm like, why do people listen to me now more? But it makes sense. I just let it play the way it is, man. And like it's funny because I start speaking less, but it also helps. What's going on, Alex John? Alex John, man, be in the building all the time. What's going on, bro? Alex John, Yee and Castellanos, excuse me, Castellanos. I'm reading that right. What's up, bro? Man, I'm doing all right, bro. How are you doing tonight, man? What's going on? Hopefully the reception and the what do you call this? The connectivity today is better than it was the past couple nights. Because I'd be at the other part, and then it gets shut off because the planes overhead be fucking my little connection. But hopefully right here is pretty chill, man. I like coming out to the park over here. I'd be over here just talking up a shitstorm until everybody leaves, and I'm like, this guy just be talking shit all day long, bro. And I could back it up. Pause. So yeah, that's that. I thought you were gonna say ambiance. Oh, yeah. I mean that too. That too. That too. It's like, I mean the ambiance like outside, man. For the past couple, what's crazy? Is like I wish I could have filmed my neighborhood back in the day when it was really live, but people be on trip mode some days, man. Planes they are the best when they fly over. It's fucked up because where I live, man, there's like a gentrified condo on the side of us to the west, so it blocks the sunrise or sunset. It also blocks our connections and connectivity at the house sometimes. And then because we're kind of at the bottom of the hill, the planes be fucking up the connection just in general when they go by. There's two airports, man. We got one to the east, and we got one that's a little farther south. But nonetheless, because they have these little patterns, and they fly over, depending on where I'm standing and depending on what or part of the neighborhood I'm in, the I don't know, man. The reception just isn't that great. It's kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it. So that's why you always see me outside doing a live stream. Like, but if I'm worried because like when fall and winter really sets in, I'm gonna try to be outside as much as possible, just chopping it up. I might give you like 30 minutes here and there. I might give you like a quick like, here I'm gonna give you like 30 minutes because I'm cold as shit. But we'll see. I might go. I found out the little gas station that's in my neighborhood. They have like ramen, so I'm gonna go over there boil some ramen. You know what I'm saying? And I might grab a coffee too. Whenever you never know. I might do some stupid shit at the nighttime. I'm gonna try to get it in the morning, but it'd be cold as hell in the winter. That's why I'm trying to move somewhere warm, low key. I keep talking about Japan, but I need to go somewhere warm, realistically. Yeah, they got these bowls of ramen over there, man. Ramen, you like ramen too? Yeah, man. Soba, man. It's like it's just like little. They have like little. I don't know what the word is, like cheat codes to keep you warm here and there. Hold on, let me just adjust the phone a bit. But yeah, I'm trying to sit up straight, a little more straight. I might have to stand up, bruh. Sit down all day. Sit down all day. Usual suspects out here. I like this dude right here. He's been hooping the whole time in the background. I feel like doing his little thing, just practicing. Yeah, bro. I do feel bad because the smoke was going that direction, and the guy was sitting right here. So I should have said something to him. My bad, bro. I can move seats if you need me to. I should have told him that, but he left earlier. That's on me. hella branches right now. Hella branches right here. It's on the ground and shit. But yeah, getting down to the roach right here. That's crazy. It's been a minute. But usually this cigar right here, it's smooth enough where you can get kind of close to the bottom. It's pretty good. My bad. Did I miss something? No, it's still there. But yeah, man. I'm hyped, man. I'm really like I'm liking how everything's playing itself out. You know, like recently, work wise and like life wise, friend wise, friendship wise, and all this stuff. Like everything's playing out in a good way, good fashion, man. I can't really complain. I can't. You know, what can I say, man? I'm just happy. I'm happy, man. I'm grateful. That's one thing too. Was like in terms of gratitude. That's one thing I was talking to a therapist a couple weeks ago. She was like, try to do this thing like before you go to bed. It might help you. You know. So I only did it twice in the past couple of nights since then. 2 weeks ago or something. I'm like, I just write down things I'm grateful for before I go to bed. So I did it twice, but I might try to remember to do it tonight, hopefully. But today's technically my Friday, so I'm not worrying about anticipating work tomorrow or nothing. You know? Chill. Sean. So what am I talking about? We're talking about everything, Alex. As always, man. Let me know where you want to take it. You know, we just go there. We'll go there and conversate about that. You know me. We talked about a lot of things today, actually. A lot of various things. Um, but I don't know, man. You know me. I'm just gonna talk about gratitude and things like that, man. I'm gonna talk about being grateful for stuff, like everything. Wherever the conversation goes, or whatever ends up being in the chat, kind of address it as we go. You know what I mean? And if it's not that, I just talk about life. Actually, that is something I will say. I was talking about it earlier before more people started jumping in the live chat. But yeah, man, I ended up hanging out with my friends and we were just smoking at their house. My guy who does my tattoos, he's the guy who put me up on cigars and stuff. And we were just sitting there smoking in the backyard, you know, having soda and everything, and you know, just like snacks and everything around us. You know what I'm saying? The fun part about it, excuse me, the fun part about that was like, you know, let me get this. Have you heard Twin Towers? Bro, I was alive for that. What you mean? I was alive during the Twin Towers. I was actually in second grade when that happened. Alex, how young are you, Alex? How young are you, man? I just thought about that because I forget some people don't even know about it. They hear about it, but they don't know about it. But that was a crazy time period as a kid, even. But yeah, it was a much needed thing, man. It was a much needed moment to kind of just. And I realized, like, I forgot, like, as I was talking to my friends, I was like, you know, what's crazy is like I forgot that like all of them were kind of saying they were talking to me, and they're like, you know, man, I appreciate like even though like your mom passed away, I appreciate you talking to me about that and opening up to me about when your mom passed away because it helped prepare them. Because the next year, my my friend who lives in Cali, his mom died, and then I want to say a year after that, my other friend who does my tattoos, and his you know that guy, his dad died. So like we all lost parents in the past 2 3 years. So because I lost mine first, and I was kind of just openly speaking about it, it helped them prepare you know, mentally for like looking forward to that, which is kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of interesting how that played out. Have you ever watched The Man in the Suit? The Man in the Suit. What was that? Is that the movie? Is that a movie? I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly. I don't know if I know that right. My bad, Alex. Yeah, don't give me your age. My bad. But I forget you're probably younger than me. But yeah, 9/11 was interesting, man. I was in second grade. We watched that. I watched that shit in the morning at the house, and I remember just like, the fuck is happening? I was asking my brother like, what's going on? And he said some stupid shit to me because like during that time period we were playing Mega Man Legends at the house. So in Mega Man Legends, there's a group of pirates that take over a town. Some like robotic pirates that take over a town. And my brother's over here joking with me because he's always fucking around and trying to get me to believe stuff. I wasn't too gullible of a kid, but they tried to see what I could believe in. Because oh yeah, it's like the pirates, man. They attacked over there. So in second grade, right away we're in a computer class or whatever, and then the computer teacher's like, hey, if there's anyone that has anything they want to speak about this morning about the situation, feel free to, we could talk about it right now. And then everyone's saying all this serious shit, and I still didn't understand the situation, and I was about to just say like, yeah, I heard it was pirates. Like, you know, I'm like young, so I don't know shit. I'm really about to say this shit, and I'm thinking like maybe I shouldn't say it. Maybe I should just listen. You know what's crazy though in Seattle is like a year before we had an earthquake, and then the next year we had 9/11, and then it was almost like every year there was some kind of weird thing that was happening. And then like the our volcano over here was active in fifth grade. It was blowing some like heavy winds in the area, like heavy winds were blowing that day. And then everyone was over here just talking. I was like, hey man, this shit kind of serious, man. We should just pay attention to TV just in case the shit erupts. Because the way the winds travel, the shit would have been smoky in our area. You know what I mean? It's like a movie if you watch them all. Oh, it's like more. It's like a series. It's like episodes. That year was weird. Yeah, it was yeah, it was a weird year, man. It's like it was weird. I want to say the year 2000 or 2001 or something. No, the year 2000 we had an earthquake, and then in 2001 we had the 9/11 or some shit. It was crazy. Just like the way it happened, I was like, yeah, it was strange. As a kid, to like experience that shit was like strange. Even being like 3 years old, I remember being 3 years old. My my cousin, my older cousin, she was like the biggest Tupac fan. She loved Tupac, and then I realized that like I think Tupac died a day before or after her birthday, and she was tripping. I was like 3 years old, just like watching her trip every day. Like, can you believe this shit? She was just tripping out about it because we used to go to her house. I would go to our uncle and aunt's house, and she just had all of his pictures on the wall and shit. And then that happened, and she was just heartbroken. There was like one heartbreak after another and shit, all type of shit. But there's like 8 tapes, I think. So it's like a movie. 8 tapes. Okay. I forgot what channel it was on. The Man in the Suit. It's like some YouTube shit, like a YouTube series or something. Is that right? What's going on, Red? Welcome back. Welcome back, Alex Jones. But yeah, it's on YouTube. This dude Alex wasn't even here for the conversation. That's crazy. So yeah, we're gonna leave that where it is. It was just me and you, Kaguya. But yeah, interesting shit. It's about Godzilla, something someone made for fun. Interesting. Yeah, yeah. But that night I spent with my friends, like I really needed that. My name is weird when said. There's Kaguya and there's Kaguya. You know what I'm saying? Like the correct way. Like Kaguya. I'm not even trying to exaggerate, but it's like sometimes it's easier. I'm not trying to be racist, obviously, but just trying to when you when like with Spanish stuff. So for example, Alex John Castellanos. If you just go Castellanos, like that's just kind of lazy. But if you go Castellanos, like you just say the full thing, it's easier. Some people think it's a girl's name because it ends in an A. You know what I mean? That's why they Kaguya. But it's that I think it's a good. I'm not explaining it. I don't want to say dude's name, but it's like it's a. I don't think it has a gender, right? Not racist tomato. Okay, yeah, yeah. But you know what I'm trying to say. Like for me, with certain languages, if you actually like try to not force but exaggerate the accent a bit, it helps you. Like with certain, like this with certain German shit, I'm pretty sure just trying to pronounce it English wise isn't gonna help you get the talking point across or just the communication across. So, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. I used to stalk soldiers on dating apps because they think it's a girl. What? You could. All right, that's what you do. But yeah, all right. I think it's also like Kaguya. Like if you go syllabatically, Kaguya, Kaguya. Yeah. What the hell was that? I think it was a squirrel. But yeah, what inspired the vlogs? That's why I never show my voice or face at all. That's fair. To the max. Welcome back to the max. What inspired the vlogs? Wait, To the max. Let me know which specific vlog. Let me know which one, because I've done multiple ones, but each of them are kind of different. So let me know which vlog that you want me to address, because then that'll kind of help me. I think it's a Korean or Japanese name or something. I think it's Japanese. I'm pretty sure it's Japanese. Kaguya. I don't like. I had a Korean ex, but like I didn't. I don't know if there's any Kaguya in Korean. Possibly. Possibly. I'd have to look into that a little more. To the max, man. If you're still chilling, let me know. Which specific vlog? Because I've done probably more than one. Your dad loved the way it was spelled. Did your dad name you Kaguya? Is that what it is? Yeah, there's certain names I be learning, then you always forget that each name kind of has like a meaning. That always threw me off a little bit. Where I was like, oh yeah, sometimes you just think that they're names, but then they all have like deeper meanings. Stick to the plan, job well done. That vlog, stick to the plan, job well done. That's probably a episode. That's more of a truancy hour episode, but I don't remember the content of what I was saying in that episode. But I know that that whole week, leading up to that week and leading up to recording that, I was just telling myself like, yeah, try not to spend too much money. Stick to the plan. Stay working out. Stay recording. Stay on a live stream. If you have the energy, use it on this. If you have the energy, don't use it on people. Don't waste it on people. Don't go looking for things. You know what I mean? So let me know if that makes sense to the max. Stick to the plan. Job well done. That particular truancy hour episode, I just remember the energy of like what was leading up into that day, to that recording, and yeah, that's kind of where I was at, if that makes sense. But I don't remember, like, even after today, I'm not gonna remember half the shit I said in this one. So that's why I'm documenting it, because people are probably gonna reference shit like, remember when you said this? Remember when you talked about that? I was like, hey, feel free to remind me, because who I am today is probably way different than who I was yesterday, and hopefully I'm constantly a better person, right or wrong. Hopefully I'm constantly a better person, but you know, let me know if that makes sense. He wrote it down without thinking. Interesting. I just got more trauma than any PTSD from battle. Got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think about this sometimes, man. I'll be talking to people that tell me about trauma from shit that they like. I don't know how to explain it. It's like trauma and PTSD from choices that they've made. You know what I mean? These are your choices. It's different when you're a kid, and then you go through traumatic shit or PTSD stuff from a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because like things are out of your control. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. It's really crazy, and it's just like I look back at shit and I'm like, there were certain things back when things were out of my control. Yeah, that's different. My tea has huge chunks in it. Tea? Wait, what? New trauma? Chunks. Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying. Let me know if I'm understanding this correctly. Wind is blowing tonight though. Had no idea. I had severe PTSD until I flipped and beat the hell out of someone. That's the thing, is like I know I got it, and that's why I'm trying to keep my hands to myself every day. Every day, like, there's certain things that trigger me, and I have to just constantly dial it back and just really focus and think about what's happening. Because there's gonna be a moment where like I won't have to think, and everything's gonna go my way. That's the fucked up part. There's gonna be a moment where I don't have to think, and I'm just gonna fight, and things are just gonna go my way. Because I already know it's like, bro, you've been training for this. Your body's gonna have the whatever for it. That's the fucked up part, and things are just gonna go down. But you always want to have that balance of focus. But I will say, like, one time I let loose. I had a fight in fourth grade. It wasn't the best fight, but I had a fight, and then I was training from fifth grade up until about eighth grade freshman year, just in combat or whatever. And then it kind of helped center me, and I didn't get into a fight again until like 2020, like during the pandemic, where like some random dude, I'm walking down the street and some random dude just said some weird shit to me, and then he said, "You want to go across the street? You want to get?" And I was like, normally I just laugh and let that shit go. And then when he said that shit, I looked at him. I was like, "Let's go." So I went across the street with him. We just started throwing hands, and then we almost got ran over. We almost fell on the side of a construction site. And then I looked at him, and we looked at each other. We're like, "Oh shit, we almost died." So we just shook hands. I was like, "Hey man, come on, let me get you a drink." So I was trying to take him across the street, get him a drink. After we're done throwing hands, and then he was like, his homie was across the street, and I met him too. And then I was like, "Yeah man, we just threw hands for a bit, but I'm trying to get him a drink now. We chilling out right now." And then his friend put his hand on my shoulder. He said, "Hey, he don't need no more to drink." I was like, "Oh, I thought he was just on drugs, but okay." I guess he been fucked up the whole day. But that was probably the last time I threw hands publicly. It was like between '04. It was '04, and then I didn't fight again until like 2020. And then I'm trying to keep peaceful. Motherfuckers be trying me and testing me some days, and I'm like, you know what, man, I'm gonna just find ways to laugh at you. I use my PTSD to fuel my rage when in battle. That's not healthy, but who cares? The thing is, you're at war, man. So when you're at war, you got to do what you got to do. Derrick Henry's back in the building. Welcome back, Derrick Henry. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for being here. What's going on, Derrick? But yeah, man, it's like that sometimes. I try to keep the peace. It ain't easy, but it's probably for the best, man. It's probably for the best for everyone, realistically. You know, trying to cure that joint, but I might smoke a little more. We'll see. What's going on, Derrick? How you doing tonight, Derrick? What's going on with you, man? What's going on over there on your side of the world, your side of the country, wherever you at? You know what I mean? Let me know what's good. Let me know what's good. Yeah, hold on, man. Let me check something. All right. Today, yeah, today is technically my Friday. Oh, that was the other thing. I don't know if I talked to you about this. I don't know if Derek was here, if you guys were here, but because yesterday was that yesterday? Um, I think yeah, yesterday, my what do you call this? Supervisor, manager, whatever. One of them came up to me. I was telling him about the schedule stuff. I was like, do I still have to do my 4 days next week? Because that was my schedule, but I don't know. Like, I signed up for 3 days max. Like, I was trying to figure it out. So then I signed up for new days, and my new days are basically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'll try to have more time to do these and just work out a little more. And you know what I mean? Yeah. Everyone got PTSD somehow. It makes us who we are. And then Lilith goes, I had to practice a lot of grounding. LOL. I still have flare ups, but far less often. Just be gentle with the children. That's the perfect thing, man. Like, and that's the thing is like, again, back to the Beyblade thing. There's people in the Beyblade space I want to cuss out, but I'm like, don't come to this event where there's kids around, because I'm gonna have to walk you over to the side and cuss you out for specific people. It's like some people ain't shit, so I'm like, hey man, you had episodes of not being shit, so I'm gonna have to walk you to the side and be like, you better keep that shit under control. And you're on your last legs in this server, etc. So don't be fucking around over here, all that. So, but I have those, I have that with certain individuals. I'm not normally like that, but there's some people that are just really irritating, that rub Paul's, certain people, like good people in the community, the wrong way. And I'm like, you don't even deserve to be here. Your dog won't get up off of your bed. What kind of dog you got, bruh? If you don't mind me asking, what kind of dog you got? Hey, Kaguya, I'm gonna tell you something fucked up, man. I used to work with a dude. He's a good friend of mine, but he was telling me some fucked up shit about. Oh, hold on, what we got? What we got? What type of Why did they do that? Anyway, what type of doggy is it? Yeah. So Kaguya, I worked with a dude. He's a veteran. He's an army veteran. He only served one tour, 1 year, I believe, in the army. This is during like somewhere in the Middle East, somewhere in I think he was out of Afghanistan and Iraq, back and forth or whatever. He has stories about it. I don't even know the stories that well, but he'll tell you a little more about it, like in detail. He just talks about a lot of the was it hazmat suit and like the other. There's something suit that he would wear when they have to like do certain things, whatever, like bomb nuclear areas and shit. I don't know. I don't know the specific term. I don't know the correct terminology. Is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, this dude, he said, "I'm gonna tell you something fucked up, man. Like, I had like 3 boys before I went up to war. I had 3 boys before I enlisted. 3 boys growing up, and then he had them at the house. And then he went out to war. You know what I'm saying? So he went out to war for like he did one tour, and then at the end of the tour, he went to go talk to his officer, or whatever, his lieutenant or his captain. He said, "Hey man, that shit you had me sign up for. I didn't know that shit was gonna be like that. I'm going home. Fuck this." He was like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, one tour. That's it. I signed up for that shit. I trained. I did all my things. But that shit in that 1 year, fuck that." And he's like, "I'm going. I'm going back home." He's like, "All right, man. You did your year. You're going home." So he goes home. The thing, Mini Schnauzer, he says, Derrick Henry says, Mini Schnauzer. So he says he's at home, and this is 1 year, one tour. He's still dealing with the PTSD. He said his kids would come up and hug him. Oh, dad, dad. They'd come up and hug him. He'd be shoving his kids off. Now, mind you, this is a 6'2", 6'3" football sized motherfucker, man. He just, blah. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know why he blocked it out. I think it was just the extra letters. It was like weird stuff. Anyway, don't worry about it. But he would shove his kids off. He would just shove his kids off, and like he was being really tough on his kids, and he couldn't help it. And he said, yeah, and I didn't realize when I started going to therapy, it's like I started to kind of think back, like at the times that, during the war, like kids would sometimes they'd have bombs strapped to them, or sometimes the kids would run up with rifles and shoot us and try to kill us. we had to shoot and kill those kids. And when every time I seen little kids, it just still. So even his own little kids, like they would try to run up to him, like little kids trying to run up and give him a hug, and he couldn't handle it. He still had that, like he was kind of still flinchy about it, like 'cause he didn't allow any little person or just any people get close to him. He didn't let a lot of people make physical contact with him, even his own kids. He was so fucked up, and he's telling me the shit at work. He's like, yeah, it took a long time for me to really just hash that out in therapy, and it was so hard. Pause to get through that. That's the worst thing, having to have children be, yeah, yeah, because they have like a little shit like that. You don't know if they have the bomb on them. You don't know. Sometimes they just raise up with the rifle. They got the, whatever on them. They be having shit. And he said, yeah, we had to lay them down. It was sad, but that was the job, and that's what we had to do. Because if it ain't us, it's them. So if it ain't them, it's us. That's what he was saying. He said, and that's the fucked up part is like these grown men would enlist these little kids to attack us, and we're trying to find the grown men that are making them do this, but it just doesn't end. What I'm saying? He was saying that shit. Sometimes that shit just don't end because they keep trying to find new people to recruit, or like they blackmail them into some shit, turn them into soldiers, etc. You know how that go. They raise them a certain way. You know how that go. It be like that. Unfortunately, it's like that, and it fucked him up when he came back. He just was not. He was not good to his own kids. He was not good with kids at all. You know what I mean? So it was sad. And then he kind of I think he said he helped kind of fix himself up a little more mentally. And what ended up happening was he was able to kind of just work with kids and become like a good like mentor slash security guard at a school one time. So he was able to kind of, after everything kind of calmed down in his his what do you call this, man, his I don't know what the word is, bro, his analysis on himself or whatever. You know the correct terminology here, bro, but it's like the synopsis on him, like, oh, what's the word where like they get the whatever on you, it cleared up or whatever, it got lowered, the little number or whatever. But anyway, Derrick Henry said they broke their arm. Yeah, it's either die or do your order to put the kid down. It's like that. How to break? Oh yeah, he broke his arm from wrestling. Oof. Did you like? Did you tap and then did they keep going, or did you not tap? Like what is it? Like what happened? Break that down, Derek. Break that down. That's fucked up. I think last time I hurt my arm was probably middle school or elementary or something like that. Having to have my arm in a cast, or actually having my arm in a cast because I had a cast because what do you call this? Not a sling, but a cast because I don't know if you could see it, but there's like this cut right here. It's like a surgery cut, but my bone, my ring finger bone right here on the back of the hand was, it's like this, but it was split up. It was coming out of my hand because I socked the corner of the house. I was just came home and I was just kind of like a little enraged, mentally from a little bit of everything, and I just started punching the heavy bag in the yard. I started punching the tree. I had my gloves on, and I was like, yeah, I need to feel a little more pain. I need to break something. And then just thinking about the word break, that's why you can't manifest words like break. I punched the side of the house, but I did it at a fucked up angle and I didn't use these two knuckles, and it ended up being that one. Then it snapped. So it was just a bad time. Not tap, Nah, you got to tap, bro. You got to preserve your body. You got to preserve your body. I hear what you're saying, though. Derek. You don't want to tap out because you're not a bitch, but at the same time, like, you got to preserve your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you? This a wrestling match? Or is that like a wrestling? Like, is this practice? Let me know. You only broke your rib cage. When was it? I think it was. Am I reading that right? Yeah. Hold on. Show that. What's going on? What's wrong? Mama ain't raised no bitch, huh? Yeah, it be like that though. That's the fucked up part. It was an actual match. I mean, that's the fucking crazy part. Because on one hand, your opponent should be strong enough and smart enough to have a sense of control, but you guys are young. I'm assuming. So it's like, what's control, right? Like, what's control, right? And also, as a kid, you're like, nah, I'm in here. I'm in the match right now. But that wrestling shit, man, yeah, you would really break some shit. But that means you believed in your strength, So I'm not mad at that. You're not going to lose, but yeah, but you lost. You didn't necessarily lose your whole arm, but you're out for a while. You're out for a while. You know what I mean? That's the thing, man. But take care of yourself, bro. Derek, take care of yourself, man. It was a fight to death. It's just a regular wrestling match. Like that shit that Kaguya is doing overseas right now. He's special forces, bro. He really out in the field. That's life or death. That's just a match, man. You gotta live and let live. You gotta live to see another day all the time. You know what I mean? You understand me, Derrick Henry? Like it doesn't matter what fighting style or art practice, whatever you're fighting art practice, whatever you do, martial arts practice, whatever you're doing. Like you got to make sure that you're training well enough to, just keep on going. You know what I mean? You got bit by a Rottweiler. I got bit by a Rottweiler as a kid, but it was like a baby. It was like a year old, so it wasn't like too hard. Right now, I'm pissing rookies off while playing on your phone. You got bit? How hard? Yeah. How hard you get bit? That's wild though. You were 6. Yeah, I was probably young when I got bit too. I probably a little older though, like 11 or 12, but still. Rottweilers supposedly have the hardest bite. That's the thing though, bro. You're young, so it's like you can do all the tough shit right now, but you look back and you're like, man, I wish I would have had that time to kind of just be healthy. But the thing is, like when shit breaks, it comes back stronger. You know, I had a fractured ankle before. I had a fucked up shoulder that had I don't know if they did surgery at the no, it wasn't even it was like sprained or something. I fucked up a lot of my body before, just growing up. And it does grow back stronger, especially if you keep working at it. You'll be stronger. But it's good that you're doing it young. I will say that. I will say that, and it's also a lesson to learn from because it's always about you want to be able to continue rolling with your partners, etc. You know what I'm saying? I only been bit by canines on the battlefield, and then pieces of shit. That I just shoot. They piss me off. Got you. It threw you around like it was ragdolling you. That's fucking crazy. Y'all need to be wrapped in bubble wrap. Yeah, that's wild, damn, bro. That was me. If that was me, I would have acted like I was dying. Getting ragdolled by a dog? Fuck no. Did your parents kill that dog? I give a fuck. Like if I see my kid getting ragdolled by a dog, I'm killing that dog. Me and that dog going head up. And I ain't playing fair. I'm pulling out all the stops. Even if it's hand to hand, I'm pulling out all the stops. Dislocate that dog's jaw and I start ripping it apart like fucking King Kong type shit. When I was 15, if someone just pinched me, I acted like someone stabbed me. Oh, you're one of those? I hear you. I'm like, I don't even have kids, but if somebody did that to my kids, like my niece, I'm going off like a dog. Like fuck all these dog lovers. Like, oh, it's just like a thing. Like maybe it's the owner's whatever. And I was like, fuck the owner and fuck you too. I'm gonna whoop the dog's ass. But yeah, Derrick Henry, you gotta take care of yourself, man. You gotta be on your p's and q's, man. That's crazy. You got fights with dogs and all type of other shit. That's crazy. You got fights with dogs and like broken arm now. Be careful out there, man. Take care of yourself, man. That's some wild shit. That is some wild shit. But yeah, man. Get one more in. Wait, Lilith, are you going live tonight? What's going on? Let me know if you're going live tonight. Hell, I'd punch a kid for coming at my kids. You know what? But see, I remember my first day of kindergarten. My mom was like, James, remember, if somebody hits you, you hit them back. I was like, all right. Sorry, I got to go. I love you. I love you too. And I was like, all right. And that was it. And then in kindergarten, I got in a fight damn near every week, if not every other day. I don't know why. Sometimes I feel like people are fucking with me and then I hit them. And sometimes people just hit me and I hit them back and it would be a whole fight. But my mom literally, like, they're like, why are you always getting in trouble? I was like, you told me to fight back. Like, I don't know. I'm more of a talker and negotiator now. You know, I don't want to have to use my hand. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to have to fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm a simple man. I like going out to eat, trying nice foods, and new foods and different culture shit and whatever. Trying out different restaurants, meeting people, laying up in bed with a woman, shit like that. Just regular, just trying to live the boss life as much as possible. I'm not there yet. I'm trying to get there, but I'm trying to get there. But videos that Lilith make, they game. It's a gamer. Got into a fight on the first day of fifth grade, and you won. There you go, Derek. Just gaming for now, Kaguya. Eventually, I will work on the art, but for now, it's just a few live gaming vids. I just started, so there is not much. Yeah, but it's growing though. The page is growing, and there's a Discord channel. My bad for plugging that. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but yeah. I mean, you check out Lilith's channel. Was it Lilith 6.6? Check them out. Yeah, Lilith 6.6. I believe. Is that correct? Let me know if that's wrong. The username is right. Yep, at Lilith 6.6. There you go. The 6.6 is a face. That's what I thought. I was wondering. I was like, it looks like a face. I don't have Discord. You don't trust it. I feel that. That's smart. Don't trust it. Especially in your line of work, don't trust it. He's in the hospital. He hit me first. Derek, you put other fifth graders in the hospital. Goddamn, bro. Fighting though, man, like it's not I don't know. It's not what it's cracked up to be. If I'm honest, like I'm never proud to get in a fight. If I'm honest, personally, you know what I mean? Yeah, there are a few on my channel that feel the same, Kaguya. Oh, don't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you hit first, you free game. That's how it be. That's the fucked up part, man. It's free because my brother even taught me that too. He's like, don't fight unless you're provoked, man. And they taught me that because when I was, especially when I was learning how to box, they're like, don't fight nobody unless you feel provoked. Don't use this power on people. Don't do that. And I was like, that's fair. That makes sense. So I didn't do that. He said, but if they test you, you just teach them a lesson. Him and his friends, it'd be like that, man. I posted my art on my YouTube for those. Yeah. All this talking about fighting, I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to find inner peace. I'm trying to find peace, man. And yep, but the fucked up part is when you guys talk about fighting, it's right up my alley. It's my language. That's the other fucked up part. I try to stay out of this shit, but it's like y'all be having me in the mix, man. And that's the thing. I go to the gym and train, but like I train like I'm anticipating a fight. I train like I'm preparing and conditioning myself for a fight. Keep that mentality, but at the same time, I'm like, man, you know, you got to be on point as much as you want to be chasing peace. So I try to find both, because you also got to get the energy out physically. You know, I tell my kids the same. You only hit when you have no choice. Then you lay them out and fight dirty if you got to. My piece is rifling bullets. I feel that too, man. That's the fucked up part. I hate that it got to be that way, but it is what it is. It is what it is, right? You know. I think my main question in real life. I mean, you're in the line of duty. That's different. You're in the line of duty. But in real life, I talk to people who collect guns, but they're squares. So you're a square collecting a gun, and you ain't never gotten a fight in your life. You love rap music. You think that's your life. But these people be collecting so many guns and bullets. But I was like, have you ever had to maintain your peace with rifles and bullets and guns? And some people just love that shit. But that's as American as it gets, man. Purchase the gun, hold on to it, and just be having this shit. It's almost like you wouldn't have it any other way. You can't own a gun. So bow and arrow for me. I'm not a bad shot actually. There you go. The more I'm in the military, being a field marshal is this being you're being a free babysitter? Yeah. Because you run into people that like really need the discipline and shouldn't be there. When you find the motherfuckers that don't need to be there, you're like, what made you sign up? Was it the money? Was it family? You don't need to be here. Sometimes you got to tell people like, you know, because the training and the discipline is up my alley. But I'm like, but I also there's another side of me that I would rather just like do sports. So that's why like I would I wouldn't want to waste America's military money on me because I would show up and then find out I don't really want to be there. But some people do that, and then you have to vet that. That's the fucked up part. You have to vet that shit. But I understand. One time a rookie was a pick me, and she got mad that I messed up her makeup. Send that bitch home. What the fuck? He'd be like that though. It's like, what you gonna do on the field? You gonna trip about your eyelashes on the field too? You know, like damn, my foundation getting smudged out on the field. She's still here, trying to use her a bait or bait or bait. What the hell? You gotta clarify that, man. What's going on with you, bro? What's going on here? Or as bait? That's fucked up. Trying to offer him? No, yeah, you gotta chill, man. You guys to chill. She didn't even know you were the field marshal. I don't know. I'm a bit old school in thought when it comes to the military. I don't think women should be on the front lines. I'm not against it, but I'm not for it. If that makes sense. You know, you see a girl out, like even like with certain physical labor jobs, it's like, why are you here? But okay. The thing is, if they can do the job, sure. But I hear what you're saying. It's like, all right. You know, if you take it back to like old times, would you have it where women had a choice to be in the army or like they were forced to be? You know what I mean? That's the crazy part. She's like 5'1". I know a lot of good women, but like men are always going to be stronger. So women are this just there. Yeah. That's the other thing too is like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that to be honest. Sometimes I'm not against it or for it, but yeah, we're a distraction. I believe men instinctively want to protect women. Makes us a liability. That's also true too. That's also very true too. You know, yeah, the amount of simps that couldn't wait to have their chance to protect her in the field of duty. Now that goes my bad. Let me grab this shit. We waste so much money on pads though. It's like why? We need bullets, not pads. That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell. Hold on, let me donate the cigar to the tree. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm gonna do my little. There's anybody else here? Shit, let me not do that. Can't even see shit. Hold on, man. Let me just get to walking. Let me do this real quick. I'm hoping I didn't slam my backpack too. I mean, I have a case though. I have a case, but hopefully I didn't slam it too much um, when I put it on the table because I have my laptop in there. What's going on? What's going on, Graydon? Thank you for dropping in, bro. Appreciate you being here. I'm about to start walking home right now. To the max. Yeah, I was thinking about to the max because they're one of my original. Like when I go to my stats, they're one of the biggest supporters or something like that. But I don't know if I know them in person. But I think they're on the Beyblade stuff. That is a great idea though. For use tampons at the enemy. It'd be like that, right? Do you guys save them all? That sounds funny, but if you saved them all, you could weaponize them. Weaponize everything, right? Why not? That's crazy, but you could. That'd be like a punishment duty. Punishment duty is like, all right, you got to turn these tampons into weapons. So the soldiers got to turn certain tampons into weapons. Yeah. That'd be a cool punishment duty. Because some people get demoted to like chef. Or you know what I'm trying to say? Like not chef, but like regular duty shit. But you know, that's gonna be a new punishment now. It might be. You know. How would that work though? Let me see. No more push-ups than use tampons into weapon. That's crazy. Oh shit! Here we go. Yeah, man, I'm under 10%. I'm about to take this walk back to the house now. You know, thank you guys for showing up and chilling. It's been a dope 2 days, dope couple days after work. Trying to stay focused. On creating as much live stream stuff and just content in general. And every bit helps, man. People just popping in, saying what's up, all that shit. It all helps, and I'm trying to do as much as I can before you know it starts getting colder because I'm over here shivering already. I already got the shivers, man. I'm already shaking. Fold it over and over again, like whatever that paper folding thing people do. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting, man. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow. More than likely, normally I'm probably gonna go probably shoot hoops or something, but we'll see what I end up doing. Little cat, what's going on? But yeah, Friday tomorrow. Finally, it's Friday. Yeah. When is Friday? You're gonna cry. Why is that, Kavya? I feel like it's Friday over there already, on your side of the map. All right, man. Good night, Graydon. You guys have a good night. Everyone that dropped in and said hi. Everyone that double tapped, left a like, etc. I appreciate it, man. Uh, yeah, I'll leave it at that. All right, Lilith. I'll see you later. Who knows? If I'm bored and I can't sleep, I might charge up the phone, go back outside and do something later tonight again. But I doubt it. But we'll see. All right, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.